Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
For the second straight day, the North Dakota Department of Health is reporting another death related to COVID-19. Sunday's reported death is a woman in her 80s from Cass County with underlying health issues. She is the 17th person in this state to die from the coronavirus. The state has now eclipsed the 20,000 test mark with 20,447 tests completed. There are 64 new positive cases today, bringing the total to 867. 18 patients are currently in the hospital, while 326 patients are listed as recovered. In Minnesota, the state reported another 28 deaths Sunday, including 2 Clay County residents. The state's death toll related to COVID-19 is now at 272. The 2 Clay County residents are listed as a patient in their 80s and a patient in their 90s. There are now 9 deaths related to coronavirus in the county. There were 156 new positive cases in the state reported Sunday, which brings the state's total to 3,602. Currently, there are 285 patients in the hospital with 115 in the ICU. 1,774 patients are listed as no longer needing to be isolated. As we move further into spring, we are seeing more people looking for ways to get out and get active. With more people seeking refuge outside of their homes, officials are warning that you still need to keep safety in mind amid the pandemic. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly explains how you can enjoy the outdoors while still staying safe.
After months of cold weather and now people are being asked to stay home due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many are looking for ways to escape from it all, turning to the outdoors.
Extremely excited to be outside finally. I thought this winter was going to last a long time.
Erlinson is not alone. Officials are reporting more people enjoying parks, walking trails, and other outdoor recreation. While it is encouraged for both your mental and physical health to get outside, experts warn that you still need to do so responsibly to prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
All public land is open right now, but we have to use our common sense right when using it. So if you pull into a state park and it's very crowded, I would highly encourage you to turn around and find a quieter location.
Pletica explains that the guidelines for activities like hiking, fishing, and boating are all very similar to typical safety regulations for COVID-19.
The key is doing it in a safe and healthy manner, right? So what we're encouraging people to do is absolutely get outside, enjoy this beautiful weather, but do it by maintaining your social distance from other people. You should only be recreating with people in your own household, and for anybody else, you have to keep them at a distance.
It's also recommended that you do any activities close to home. Officials do not want you to be traveling great distances during the pandemic. Even golf courses opening for the season are adapting so that you can continue to be outside, socialize, and stay active, all while staying safe.
We've taken some precautions to try to make sure that we are social distancing correctly, trying to keep our customers and players as safe as possible, limiting as many places that they can touch. So things we're doing right now is we're spacing our tee times out. We are doing walking only, no riding carts, no rental push carts or rental clubs are available.
Experts say outdoor regulations are an important part of staying safe and stopping the spread of COVID-19. In the FM area, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Now, before you head outside for any outdoor recreations, it's recommended that you read the guidelines for the area. We have the guidelines for outdoor recreational facilities online. Visit the Valley News Live news app. Well, Valley News Live has learned a second employee at the Bobcat Plant in Gwinner has self-disclosed a presumptive positive case of COVID-19. And now the head of the union for the employees says he's calling for a total shutdown of the plant. According to the company, this past Friday, the plant underwent a thorough cleaning after learning of the first employee's presumptive positive case. The company says the second employee was last in the building 2 days before the cleaning, and because of this, the plant will remain open. Moorhead police say they have arrested this man, 19-year-old Damon Dwayne Peterson, for charges of felony vehicle theft and driving after revocation. Moorhead PD says officers from Dilworth spotted a stolen vehicle in a grocery store parking lot, and the driver fled, reaching speeds of over 50 miles per hour. Officers then say the driver was headed north on 30th Street North near Arbor Park when he ran over a tree and hit a fence, ditching the car and fleeing on foot. After setting up a perimeter and with the help of K-9, they were able to locate Peterson and arrest him. Highway 52 in eastern North Dakota is back open tonight after closing for a train derailment this morning. It happened just after 7 a.m. near Carrington. Carrington Mayor Tom Erdman says no one was hurt when the final 20 cars of the 100-car train left the tracks near the highway underpass north of the city. Canadian Pacific Media Relations Manager Andy Cummings says the train was hauling grain and no hazardous materials were involved. Crews will inspect the area for any damage. The cause is still under investigation. An expert on North Korea says he believes the country's leader Kim Jong-un has a health problem. Robert Kelly, a political scientist at a South Korean university, made the comments today. Rumors of a health problem emerged after Kim missed the birth anniversary of his grandfather, North Korea's founder, Kim Il-sung, on April 15th. He hasn't been seen since then, and there are indications that he has left the capital, Pyongyang. Kelly said if Kim died, then his sister would be the obvious choice to become leader, as Kim's children would be too young. The coronavirus pandemic is still forcing us to stay home, and most are getting a little stir crazy. But some see this as an opportunity to be a little creative. Valley News Team's Alexandra Kay tells the story of how one family exercised their musical talents to deal with the lockdown.
Christy and Matt Witherite say they, like many others, have fallen into a routine during the coronavirus lockdown.
Basically a lot of TV.
Too much TV.
They wanted to break up the monotony by doing something different. It started with an idea.
We should write a song. And I said, okay. And we just sat down and, while we were already sitting,
Pen and paper
and just started jotting words down.
3 hours and countless laughs later, they came up with the coronavirus song.
It's coronavirus. It's what they say in the news.
We kind of forgot about everything going around us for a moment. It's kind of like why we sent it to her mom and her sister is to give them that same experience.
We wear a mask and play test gloves.
It's really important to understand what heals our soul. And music is definitely one way that we can work through our stress and feel connected to other people.
Dr. Renee Renardi says during this time, when we are dealing with unprecedented stressors, doing something challenging and creative, like writing a song, can do more than just put a smile on your face.
It's important to understand not only are you feeling better emotionally, but there are many things happening on a physiological level to allow our body to switch out of that fight or flight mode, that tension mode, into a much more relaxed state, which allows us to be more creative, allows us to relax, allows us to sleep, allows us to make better decisions.
She adds, you shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself.
But to be able to look at what's right for your family and find things that do kind of allow us to grow a little more during this time.
The Witherites say they are happy their song was able to bring joy to so many people.
It helped make my mom laugh, who I really can't go and sit on the couch and love on as much as I'd like to right now.
In Fargo, Alexandra Kay, Valley News Live.
Dr. Renardi says drawing chalk on the sidewalk and enjoying the nice weather outside are also other ways that you can stay inspired. Well, there are desperate pleas from another set of frontline workers, airline employees. They say their lives are at risk, and they're now calling for a temporary ban on vacation travel. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin has the story.
Flying in the time of COVID-19, empty planes, falling prices, and an industry in crisis. The flight attendants it depends on, vulnerable and feeling forgotten.
We are risking our lives too every time we come to work.
This week, United Airlines joined JetBlue as the first major U.S. carriers to require flight attendants wear masks. Still, no such requirement for passengers and other employees.
I do hope that it gets to the point where if you are not willing to wear a mask, you can't travel. Same as if you didn't bring your driver's license.
Earlier this month, on my way to Seattle for an assignment,
I boarded the flight, and as expected, the situation's pretty empty.
But on the return, a stark contrast. More passengers, many without masks, and no guidance on how to safely social distance. Across the country, similar stories. The Association of Flight Attendants is now pushing for all leisure travel to end until the virus is contained. They're also demanding legislation mandating masks for crew, employees, and passengers.
Just asking flight attendants to wear a mask is not enough. But the bottom line is it reduces your risk of getting infected on the airplane if everybody is wearing a mask.
United Airlines released a statement recognizing for flight attendants social distancing's challenging, saying they've added masks on flights to ensure attendants have one mask each per duty day. Delta's CEO says masks are encouraged.
Our frontline staff are encouraged to wear them. We do have masks for customers if they don't bring them.
American Airlines, with no mask requirement for passengers or crew, their website notes the CDC does not require passengers to wear masks.
We know we're playing a vital role in the infrastructure.
This weekend, the U.S. Treasury Department released billions more in aid to U.S. carriers. Airlines considered critical, but the workers feeling unprotected. Erin McLaughlin, NBC News, Los Angeles.